can just notify me, either by saying it or you drop the message in the comment section, so that I can be able to know what's happening. And also, as we can see on the screen, we are going to just be discussing about advertisement and how to build great ads and audience in the using Facebook, to be precise. So I always like to begin my class with a little question. Of course, this is the first of its kind that we are having in a very long time. So I will actually want to maybe get one or two feedback from the people on the call. So maybe I'll just call name at random, because I know if I say people should talk, chances are nobody is going to say anything before the minute goes. But here's the thing: it's a simple question. When you hear about Facebook advertisement, what comes to your mind? Are you a business owner, or are you an employed person in a paid employment that manages a business? So I just need one or two people to just give me a feedback. If you hear Facebook advertisement, what comes to your mind? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Please, I just need a feedback. I have Miss Ifoma here. You can unmute and say something. Adamu Shitu, you can unmute and say something. Joyalty, unisex fashion. Yes, I can see you. I just need one or two feedback so that it will drive our conversation.
Okay, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. What I can say about Facebook advertisement is literally something of Facebook advertisement as a way to promote their product or to promote their market to the
Mm-hmm.
target audience.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it that way. And
Mm.
also to digital marketers, they consider Facebook advertisement as the way of getting their own, let me say, money or income
Okay.
by
Okay.
maybe sponsoring some products and all of that. Then
Wow. Hmm.
by maybe helping their clients
Okay.
promote their products.
That's really, really
And
beautiful. Yes.
yes, sir.
I love the angle. Any other person? Any other person want to contribute before we move?
Okay, when I hear Facebook ads,
Mm-hmm.
what comes to my mind is more sales, visibility, you know, connections and all of that. That's what comes to my mind. I feel like it's it's an it's an enhancer or whatever it is. It
Mm-hmm.
helps.
Mm-hmm.
It helps growth of the
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. Believe you me, we are all correct. And yes, Facebook advertisement is just here to enhance the marketing activity. In as much as we still have to pay Facebook for us to run that activity, uh, it actually helps if you know how to do it right. So, as I've said earlier, this evening we will just be looking at how to build great ads and audience. Is actually going to be it's supposed to be a 45-minute discussion and 15-minute question and answer, but let's see how we move within this time that we have now. What we'll be looking out for is the first thing is 3 ways to generate leads on Facebook. Then we'll look at anatomy of successful lead generation campaign. If time permits us, we'll look at getting started with audience and targeting. And finally, we'll look at measuring your success using cost per lead. Of course, these four items that you are seeing on your screen is actually very broad on its own. So my intention was, let's see how we can break it. We'll look at the two sections today, then hopefully maybe tomorrow or in our next class we'll do the remaining two, because each and every one of them is like a major topic on its own. So that's just it. But again, if we can be able to take everything at once, who says we won't go there? We'll move. But again, I know a lot of time when I have this level of engagement, I know that I can't be able to finish all because the time might not be enough. Now, to start with, 3 ways to generate leads on Facebook. First, What is a lead? Who knows what is a lead, or who can help me out with what is a lead? Who wants to go first? What if you hear a lead, Lead? What does it mean to you, or what do you think it is? Come on, let's make it interactive.
Okay, can we say a traffic?
Traffic, traffic, yeah, but
That is the
yeah,
level of engagement.
level of engagement, yeah, you're trying. I more.
I can say there are pointers that generate sales.
Pointers that generate sales. Okay, we are moving there. Who wants to add more? Who wants to add more? Okay, now here's the thing. When you hear leads, Lead, right, is nothing but a potential client or a potential customer, or let's say your ideal target audience whom has submitted their contact, which is either their name or sorry, their phone number or email address, including their names, right? That is simply what we are talking about, leads. So here, we'll be looking out for three ways to generate leads on Facebook. That's the first thing. Now, why are we even selecting Facebook in the first place? Right? Today, as we speak, there are more than 2.8 billion people that visit this platform on a monthly basis. And the alarming thing about it is people that log on to Facebook on this one monthly basis, the 2.8 billion people, they visit about 660 pages on average. Like each and every one of them, on average, they visit 660 pages on a monthly basis, right? And to even make it worse, over 1.9 billion of them, they visit Facebook on a daily basis. And if we are to take it to Nigeria, we are seeing about 25 million Nigerians, they are on Facebook on a daily basis, right? But this is it. Facebook has grown to a level where it is not just a social media platform anymore. It has become a database where many businesses can target their customers. Why? Because their customers, or their ideal customers, they are spending more and more time on Facebook. Now, here is the most important thing that we need to know. In as much as more people are coming onto Facebook to spend more of their time, there is another thing. Their reason for coming to Facebook is what a lot of people might not really know. And that is one thing that I want us to start knowing from tonight. When we talk about social media, a lot of us, when we are saying advertisement, we do business using social media, we make money from social media and what have you, right? If you are to do it very well, the first thing you must know on your mind is Facebook, or all the social media platforms, they were not created for businesses. They were not created for advertisement, right? Facebook and the like, they were created for us to have fun. They were created for us to actually live what we are doing in our physical world and go and drop our troubles, or just to go away from what we are doing at the present time. And also, it was initially created for us to keep tabs on what is happening within our family and friends. But again, for us marketers, anywhere there is two or more people, there is a market. That's why we say anywhere two or more people are gathered, it is a market for us. That's the reason why we are looking out for a way to use the social media platform, especially Facebook, to do our businesses and make more money. But here is the thing. Now, when we are talking about this Facebook thing, we should know that what makes us happy as a marketing personnel is that our mindset of going to Facebook is not to actually make sales. We must get this very correct. Our reason for going to Facebook should not be for making sales directly. Our reason for going to Facebook or social media is number one, to generate traffic to our platform, either our website or our instant messaging app or our payment gateway, right? That is the first reason for us marketers going to use social media platforms. And the next one is to generate leads, which is our main point of discussion this night. Okay, now when we are talking about a lead, of course, like as I've said earlier, a lead is a person who has indicated interest in your company's product or services by what? They gave you their information in some way. Either they are giving you their email, they are giving you their phone number, or they are giving you their address. Of course, if they are giving you their address, that means it's going to be more of the offline activity, right? But for us in the online space, it's phone number and email. With that, we can be able to interact with such person. Now, ways that people can become your lead, right? Especially on Facebook. For us, we have four major ways that people can actually become our leads. The first one is either they fill out a form to download any of your proper assets on the internet space. It could be just a simple ebook, right? It could be a cheat sheet, or just something that can help in your industry. The moment you tell them that I'm giving you something for free, like I want you to download something for free, but before you download for free, you need to fill this form. Okay, when you are doing that, anybody that does that, you are giving them something for free and they're giving you something in return. They, on the moment they drop those things in your own database, they automatically becomes your lead. That is when you can begin to think of what to do with them in the nearby future. Or if you have a platform and you can bring these guys and tell them that okay, you can test out my product, but before you can test out this my product, you need to give me your contact details. Okay, that is that for them requesting for your demo. So maybe if you have a software as a service, you can anybody, you can give them a free trial while they give you their contact in returns. Of course, the moment you have their contact, you can take the marketing to another level. Or you have the third option when you have an online survey. So let's say you want to launch a new product, or you want, there is something you are testing out on your existing product. Okay, you can bring out a survey and you make people to go through that survey. As they are going through it, you ask them, do you want us to give you feedback and send you marketing materials in future? If they say yes, of course, they becomes your lead. So most at times, if you're even doing registration on some platforms, you will see that they'll ask you, they'll ask you to tick a box if you want them to send you marketing materials. The moment you tick that, you have given them a go ahead. They will be able to send you some marketing materials in the future. Or when you have people submitting some other forms on either on your website or on your mobile app or on your own social media account. Now, this is the thing. Uh, for us in the marketing world, we always believe that, especially if you are discussing with clients, the clients will always believe that how many likes do you have, how many people are commenting on your post, or how many followers do you have. Guess what? As far as we are concerned in the digital marketing world, all those things doesn't count. They don't matter at all. What counts mostly is number one, sales. How much have you been able to generate from your 1 million followers? That's the first one. The next thing is how many leads have you been able to generate from your 1 million followers? Okay, it is very, very important. And the mindset is this: just imagine if Facebook decide to go offline for like the next 1 week, and you have like your 10 millions of followers there. How are you going to continue selling to them? But if you have them as leads, if one platform goes off, you can decide to use the other platform to send them emails. Okay, except the internet goes off completely. If not, you have access to be communicating with them as frequent as possible. So that is why from today you should know that in as much as likes, followers and comments and engagement are very, very good, the most important one is sales, and the next important one after sales is your leads. Okay, now there are practically two ways to generate leads on Facebook. Of course, in that two we make it into three. So the first one is the organic method, and there are two other methods in the paid method. The paid method, the organic method is the free one, the one you don't pay Facebook anything, you just work on it organically and you get your result out of it. And the other one is the paid method. For the paid method, you pay Facebook, and Facebook help you to distribute your content, and you generate lead at the end of it all. There are two ways you can do it on Facebook. Hopefully we'll be able to finish up that this evening. Now, for the organic method, which is organic post, practically is organic post. When you go on your Facebook post, your Facebook page. Now, let me deviate a bit. When we are talking about Facebook, right? We have three ways you can actually use Facebook to communicate. Okay, no, the first one is communicating via Facebook on using your profile, which is your normal wall, your timeline, and what have you. Okay, that is the first one. The second one is you can communicate via Facebook group. Facebook group is just like what you have on WhatsApp group. Okay, only that Facebook groups accommodate more people than on WhatsApp. Then the third one is Facebook page. Facebook page is actually like your storefront, your store in the market. Okay, that is what Facebook is. So when we are talking about organic posts, we are directly talking about the post that you make on your Facebook page. Now, here is the thing. If you look at this, okay, what you are seeing on your screen now, you are seeing that we have about 11 to 12 people per row. Okay, now 11 to 12 people per row, and we have four rows, which is around over 50 people. Let's say you have 50 people that are following your page, or that liked your page, and the moment you send out posts as an organic post, okay, the people that are going to see your post, no, the best case scenario that are going to see your post, there are not more than 5 people. That is what Facebook is telling you. That's the best case scenario, is not more than 5 people. And what can even increase it to that is their level of engagement on that post. If not, it is not going to do too much. So if you have 2 million people following your page, or 1 million people following your page, and you make a post, believe you me, the people that are going to see it is not up to 50,000 people, except you are having a constant engagement. Then with time it might come up. Okay, so that is it. Then how can you use organic posts to generate leads? It's very simple. You create your content, push it out there, and you on your content you add a call to action. Well, I'll discuss what call to action is about in the nearby in some minutes. You add a call to action for them to click to go to a landing page where they are going to fill a form, which is to drop their name, email, and phone number, and automatically they become your lead. Hello? My slides are not changing. Okay, let me check. Okay, guys. Can you hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, but
Yes, we can hear you.
I just got a notification that my
Yes,
slides
we
are
can
not
hear you.
changing.
Thank you for a bit.
Is my slide changing?
It's not changing.
Wow. Okay, let me use this. But what about now?
Yes, it is changing now.
Oh, okay. So this is where I am. Now, this is for organic posts, okay? Now, for organic posts, just like I say, it is free, right? And you know what is free, you don't really have control over it. Facebook has control over it. They tell you that your best case scenario, you don't have up to 5% of your followers that are going to see your posts at every point in time, because it is organic. Why? Because of course they want to make money. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now, when we go to the second one, which is the paid ads, of course for paid ads they have two different level of paid ads, which I'll come to it very soon. Now, what paid ad mean is very simple. It's just like you in the market, right? You have a shop in the market, but in your shop, you know your shop is like in a very enclosed place where it is not on a high street, right, where there is a lot of traffic. Then you can actually employ some other boys or girls in the market that they will help you to be on the high street and be telling people about your product, either by sharing flyer or telling them with word of mouth that, okay, are you looking for this XYZ product? I know a shop that I can take you to go and get it, right? So it's just like you. This is exactly what you are doing with Facebook advertisement. You are employing Facebook to help you do the show your product to people that they feel are willing to buy, or to, yes, to patronize or to do business with your kind of service or product that you are offering in the system. That's it. Now, as you can see here, this first one, this first part, which is about 60 of them, this is like your followers. The white one, when you create a post, right, the orange one you are seeing here is the effect it can get. Just about 5 people of like 60 people will be able to see your post when you push it out, right? And that number is even dropping as we speak. But if you are doing it, these white ones are the people that might not have the chance of ever seeing your post except they intentionally go to your page. But if you are doing paid advertisement, everybody have the chance to see your post. But here is the thing: the one good thing about Facebook ads is that the people that are going to see your post, 98 to 99% of them are not even following your posts. Sorry, they are not even following your page in the first place. So Facebook is going to show your product, which is your campaign materials, to people who are on Facebook that are not following your page, except you directly tell Facebook that I want you to show people who are following my page, right? That is when they will honor that. If not, automatically Facebook does not even show it to people who are following your page. Now they will show it to other audience according to your own targeting. Now, what are the ways we can use to supplement the organic effort with advertising? The first one, just as I've said, organic lead generation posts. Now, for example, just like I said earlier, which is the organic post, right? This is an example of it. If you go to Facebook, of course you are seeing sponsored here, right? if you have a page if you have a page and you go and create any post on your page, you are not going to see this sponsored here if it is not a paid advertisement. Okay. So but if it is on your own page, they will tell you to come and sponsor it, and you will see what it will look like. If you are sponsoring it, you might see it like this. So don't get confused. So what I'm trying to portray here is this: if it is your own page, right, you will see that it is, they will tell you what you are seeing here, suggested posts. That is, they can look at, the Facebook algorithm can look at your content that is already performing, and they will suggest for you that you should sponsor this post, and they will show you here that this is what it will look like when you are sponsoring. But again, it is actually within your own organic post. Why am I bringing this up? So that you know that Facebook has an algorithm that helps work things out. They look at what is happening now on your page, that they know that, oh, this one can actually perform better. they will recommend it for you. Okay, so that is one. Then one important thing you should take note of is, if you want to use Facebook to generate leads, don't ever forget to create your form, which is on a dedicated landing page. Then from there you can now get your page and link it for them to go and uh, to click and go and fill that form. Now here is the catch: if you are doing organic lead generation, right, you are posting for organic lead generation, you will not have some call to actions like learn more. You will not have some call to action like buy now. How do you do it? It's very simple. The link that you want them to go and fill the form, put it in the content, that is, put it in the caption, right? So whatever you are doing, you can now tell them to, on your image that you are pushing out, you tell them to read the caption to honor whatever you are inviting them to do. Okay, so that is one thing you should know. Next, let's move to Facebook advertisement. Now, Facebook lead advertisement. There are two categories of Facebook lead advertisement. There is, the first one is the one that you go for lead generation ads. Lead generation ads. The lead generation ad is, of course, it's one of the most expensive ads that you can go for on Facebook. And what makes that unique is Facebook will create the form for you. That is, on the Facebook platform, they will create the form for you. And once they create that form for you, all you just need to do is to set up your advertisement and you run it. Then they'll create the form and they'll help you to generate the leads. Then if you have any email marketing platform that you need or you want to use, right, you can begin to connect it to Facebook, and automatically everything is automated for you. Okay, so that is it. Now, this is how they work. What you do is you focus on this. The moment you do your advertisement, Facebook already help you to create the form. And once anybody clicks on your advertisement, that person doesn't even have to spend waste their energy on anything. What do? Facebook will automatically populate the form with that person's information that they've used in registering for Facebook. Okay, so they will populate it for you and submit it automatically the moment the person shows interest. So that's the beauty of using Facebook lead generation advertisement directly. Now, the next one is using okay, so there are more than 80% of people who uses mobile at this point. So of course this is not news anymore, because we already know that chances are, if we are to take statistics of the all of us that are here on this webinar right now, I can say that over 80% of us are viewing this live using mobile device. So that is why when we are talking about this, you should know that it is very, very important for lead generation using Facebook. A lot of people, they are using Facebook through their mobile devices. They are accessing Facebook through their mobile devices. That is why this is very, very important. Now, the next one, which is link click ads. This link click ads, of course, what we do is, there are two ways if you are setting up advertisement for this link click ads. The first one is using either traffic, or you go for link click direct. Okay, of course, each and every one of them, the most important thing that we need for this one is, you will have to you need to have your tracking on. That is, a tracking system on, which is like a Facebook pixel. You have to add it to your website. Then when you add Facebook pixel to your website for tracking, you can go and run your advertisement on Facebook ads. Then from there, whenever anybody clicks it, your call to action is going to direct them to go for learn more, or buy now, or whatever, or download now, or whatever your call to action is. Once they click on it, they go to your landing page, and they can get the promise you promised them, And before they get that, of course, they will have to drop their emails and phone number, and automatically they become your lead. Okay. Now, let me stop here for a bit, and let's see. I think we've just discussed for about 20 minutes, and let's get back to here. And I can see that yes, we have we still have over 10. We have about 15 people here on the call. So I want to ask a question now. When we are talking about Facebook advertisements, okay, has anybody done Facebook used Facebook for advertisement, like paid advertisement that is on the call right now? You can signify, just tell me yes, I have done it, or no, I have not. Has any of us done Facebook advertisement? Like you have run an advertisement on Facebook?
Yes, I have.
Okay, that's great. Any other person?
Yes, I have too.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's great. Okay, now since we have one or two people here, that means this class is going to be very very interesting. That's Mr. Joe. What is the most interesting thing or feedback you got from Facebook, if not the most frustrating thing, when you are running an ad? That's what I'm saying.
Basically, it's the stressful thing was the setup,
Okay.
but eventually I managed to um, get get feedbacks. I got many calls on that particular product. It was a car anyway as at that time,
Okay.
and I got a few more followers once I linked the Facebook to my Instagram.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, Mr. Tunde, your turn. Mr. Tunde. Oh, I guess it's a bit far from his phone or from his device. So, here is the thing. When you get to Facebook, okay, in as much as this is generally now, whenever you want to run Facebook advertisement, there are some metrics that are very very important, and these are the aspect I want us to just look at for a moment. Facebook is where you can either spend little money and get high results on investment, or you spend high money or much money and you get very little result. And what makes or mar your Facebook advertisement activity lies on two things. Of course, this is the first one: your campaign content, which is the post that you are even promoting itself. It is very very important. Okay, of course the next one is the audience, which hopefully we will look at it, but before then, let's look at the post itself. Believe you me, uh what makes Facebook cheaper is, once you make your post, it is already picking up organically. That is, you are not even selling, you are not using Facebook to sell through your content. That's the first thing. If your content is not does not have intention of selling, right, that means anybody that is on Facebook, remember I said it before, the reason for us using Facebook, number one, is not to go and buy anything. Our reason for using Facebook is to actually go away from our world a bit and have fun. So anything that is fun related, most probably anything that is entertaining, informative and entertaining, educating and entertaining, there must be a combination of entertainment. That thing works fine. Okay, but the moment you are going for too information or too education, or come and buy, there will be like, it is a turn off for a lot of people on Facebook. And the moment you start running your ads, the first few hours of running an ad, If the response is not great, of course you already know your costs that you are spending there, it is already skyrocketing. So your post itself is very, very important that you look at it from scratch. So what are the things that you need to take note of when you are running a lead generation advertisement? The first thing is your destination. The second thing is your call to action. And the third thing is your compelling image, or let's use that as the content you are promoting. Of course, as at this point, it's not just about image anymore. The world is moving past image. We are already in the world of visuals. We are looking at videos, we are looking at gifs, we are looking at anything, very short videos, anything within 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds of videos is enough. If not, if you can't pass that information within that, 30 seconds videos is enough. Long video, 1 minute video is even too long for some products. Okay, but why do I have to bring the destination url as the number one? Okay, now remember when I say if you are doing your setup, right, if you are not using the in-app lead generation system, that is you are using, they will have to go outside Facebook to fill in your form. Okay, if they are doing that, then the destination is very, very important, because Facebook, the moment you put in your pixel, Facebook pixel on the destination url, which is your website, Facebook have access to it. They are looking at how many people clicked your ad and went to your destination url, which is your website, and how many seconds did they spend there, right? If the bounce rate is high, what we call bounce rate is someone coming to your platform and they go back immediately, they have bounced. If people are bouncing and going back, okay, it is already telling them that either what you are promoting is wrong, or people are not enjoying what you are giving. It skyrockets your Facebook bills. That is one factor. So your destination url must be very good. That is your landing page. So what, when we are talking about that, what do I mean? There are lots of things that you should know about a landing page. For example, what this is an example of a landing page. Okay, when you have a landing page like this, now let me make it more practical. Let me just open up one of it. I think there are lots of landing pages that, okay, let's just analyze this landing page for a bit. Oh, aha, this is a landing page, is an academy, and I always like using this academy for some of my activities, because if you look at it, they are not just, it's not just about, oh no, this is not what I was looking for. Oh, these guys have, they've changed this. Oh no, not now. Okay, they've actually changed the landing page, but before, this was what it looks like. It was a complete video. If you can see my screen, it was a complete
We can
video
just see the screen
of the
of
landing
the
page.
presentation. We can't see the landing page at the moment.
Oh, you are still
Just the
seeing
presentation.
is the presentation.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
let me